Hey, what's going on? It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake here. I'm here for another NBA Prize Picks video. Man of my word, you guys, I asked you to get 50 likes on yesterday's video. You guys got over 50 likes, so here we are. It's a small slate. We got 4 games on tap for NBA today. Again, this is early at 6 a.m. on the East Coast, so we don't have a ton of plays out, but we'll go through the ones that caught my eye this morning. And again, you know, with fantasy points and everything else that they drop later, there could be more. So if there's something else that you want, drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer any questions and give you my analysis of that as well. But if you don't have an account, head over to Prizepicks, use promo code DFSArmy, get yourself a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Just click on that link below and use that promo code DFSArmy. And again, yesterday was kind of a tough one for us. Man, the blowouts with NBA this year have been rough. National televised game, LeBron just gets smoked like a donkey against Denver, who blows nobody out. We see Kevin Durant go down with an injury, and Brooklyn still just smashes the Pelicans. And then Kyle Kuzma, man, just did not get there, just shy on his. And, you know, those days happen. But like I said, in anything that you do, play within a bankroll. Don't go all in on one day. It's a long-term game. But again, you got to own up to the picks that don't pan out. Yesterday was one of those days, but we get right back on it. I'm going to go over some of the picks that I like today. Again, small slate. I would play light today. There's a few things I think we can look at. But again, small Sunday slate, 4 games. 1 game I don't even really want to target too much with Phoenix at Detroit, but the other 3 we can kind of look at. But with that, let's just dive into the picks. All right, as you can see, like always, I have this up on the board here with some of the picks that I like, and we'll just kind of talk through these a little bit. Before we get started, man, if you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 2,000 subs. I really appreciate each and one of you that take the time to watch these videos, comment. It's a whole lot of fun. Hopefully it helps you make some money, or at least look at the analysis that I'm on and either fade me or ride these with me. But I will, again, just knock some of these plays out for you. And I appreciate you guys. So I've got 4 of them up here. Like I said, it's kind of rough. I'm not going to touch. I was looking at the Detroit Phoenix game. It's rough, man. It's 11.5 point favorite by Phoenix, 213.5 over under. I just don't want to touch it. It can go so many ways. Devin Booker could put up 30 at half, and it wouldn't surprise me. But he could also just absolutely smash him. Maybe it's a Chris Paul game, and they don't get a full run. So it's one of those things that's it's hard to predict, and would rather stay away from it and maybe attack some of these other games. Now, it doesn't look like there's any Utah and Denver, on the slate, with Denver on that back-to-back, trying to figure out who Utah is going to play. But it's one of those things where, later in the day, if something comes out and you got a question, again, just drop me a quick question in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer it. But the ones we have on the board here, we're going to go Christian Wood over 19.5 points. We hit this a couple days ago. We had the same kind of bet here. Going up against Sacramento, we might not have Richaun Holmes. They are kind of light in that front court as it is. There's no Tristan Thompson. Richaun Holmes is questionable. So we might see, Christian Wood just absolutely, put up a ton of points here again. In this matchup back 2 days ago, he ended up putting up 26 real life points. And he's hit this number on 5 out of his last 6 games, 26, 23, 14 against Philly, but that's a hard matchup against Joel Embiid, 22, 20, 22. Again, on a short slate like this, I'll just go back right back and take the over on Wood. That should be in the 20s, so I'll definitely take that. The next one we're going to take is actually one that is kind of odd, but Jaren Vanderbilt over 9.5 rebounds. Now you might be like, well, that sounds kind of freaking crazy. Who is Vanderbilt, or why are we even looking at taking a guy like this at close to 10 rebounds? Golden State Warriors are going to be without Klay Thompson. Draymond Green's not there. He's an athletic big that kind of gets around. Cat loves to sit around that 3-point line, and I'm not a Cat fan. I feel like he's lazy. But he just sucks up all the rebounds. Against Memphis, he put up 13. He's hit this number in 4 out of his last 5 games, 13, 5, 19, 16, 13. Then if you want to even go back further, 9 and 12 rebounds. So on a short slate like this, I don't mind taking this against Golden State. Should be a close game. The only person they really have is Klay, who is playing, and Klay's still going to be on that minutes limit. So I do like the over 9.5 rebounds here. And then the other two I have on here, DAngelo Russell over 6 assists. It's one of those things as well where he's hit this mark, either hit it or right at it. He was right at it last game. We were on it. It's 6 assists. But before that, 10, 10, 12. Had a 3 against OKC. Only played 13 minutes in that game. Before that, 14, 12. I think he's going to continue to be a facilitator. The one thing I got to dig in a little bit more is I want to see who Klay Thompson is going to be on. If he's going to be on Anthony Edwards or DAngelo Russell, that might make me change my mind a little bit when it comes to the scoring. Because this next one with Anthony Edwards over 20.5 real life points, I think it's one of those things that depending on who Klay Thompson is on, I want to take the over on the other one. So now I'm fine with Russell over 6.5 assists, regardless if Klay's on him. He's just probably not going to do as much scoring and more facilitating, so it probably helps that. But if he's going to be on Anthony Edwards, then I might just take DAngelo Russell on both the assists and the points, because Russell has went really well scoring as well. 29, 18, 22, 27. And if we just look at his points over here on Prizepicks, it's sitting at 18.5, and he's went over that 4 of the last 5 times, 3 of the last 4, and just missed it against the Pelicans at 18. So the minutes are there, the shots are there. I don't mind taking both of these. Like I said, Anthony Edwards over 20.5. If we feel like Klay's going to be on D-Russ more, D-Russ did play for Golden State a couple years ago for that 1 year. But again, Anthony Edwards has been on a tear lately as well. 20.5 points is just super low. Again, it really depends on if we think Klay's on him or not. But 30, 28, 19, 24, 22, 28, 18, 26 points. He's just demolished this number a bunch of times. We're looking, 6 out of his last 8 times. So again, if we don't think Klay's going to be on him, I love that number. I don't even mind taking a chance at Karl Anthony Towns at the over as well. Again, they're going to have Looney on him, and Looney's slow. He's not going to come out and guard him at the 3-point line, which he loves to shoot threes. But he's put up 25, 26, 40 over his last 3. So again, I don't mind taking 2 of the 3 of these guys. It really depends on where Klay is going to be at when it comes to points. A couple of the ones I was looking at here, if you wanted to look at Darren Fox has been he's so tilting. It's why I can't really, attack him. But he's went over this mark, 22.5 points. We do know that the Houston Rockets give up the most fantasy points in the league against the point guard. They give up an average of just ridiculous. And they give up third most in the league to just real life points against guards as well at 24.4 real life points here. So again, it's a little risky, but he put up in this matchup 2 days ago, he put up 27 real life points. Before that, 29. And then he had a couple of those down games, against Cleveland and Portland, 12 and 14. But then before that, 30, 30, 30, 24. So he's just kind of all over the place. It's one of those where the numbers lay up, the research matches up with him. It's just, he's so inconsistent. It's really hard to plug his name in. But on a short slate like this, all the numbers point to him hitting that over again if you want to take a chance on him. And then if we go to assists, same kind of thing. Tyrese Haliburton, love this kid. He's kind of what hurts the Fox a little bit because he's just an all-around better basketball player. And if we look what he did, he only hit that 9 assist mark against Houston 2 days ago. But before that, he hit 12 assists against Houston. So he went over that. Then he had 10, 8, 9. So over his last 4 games, he's either hit or went over this 3 out of the last 4 times. So again, one of those things where if you think it's going to play out very similar, he's probably going to be more of a facilitator. His shots have been down a little bit more with Fox being more aggressive, so I don't mind taking that. I do prefer the Fox points over the Haliburton assists because this feels about the number that it should be at, but just one of those you got to consider as well. And then I was looking at this Karl Anthony Towns over 3.5 assists. It's one of those things as well. If they keep moving the ball around a bunch here, it's one that you could take a chance on. Yeah, he just missed it last game. He had 3 assists, but before that, 5, 7, and 5. So 3.5 feels about right. But again, I think if you want to take a chance on the over on that one, I don't mind looking at that. And like I said, I'm not going to touch anything with Detroit or Phoenix, and we don't have any of the Utah or Denver. So just the games that we can look at, those are the plays that I'm kind of look at. hopefully this helps you out a little bit. Again, Sunday basketball can be really funky. Some guys sit. It's been like that forever, and that's why I don't really play too heavily or at all on NBA Sundays. But that doesn't mean we can't come in here and grab a few picks, maybe take a quick two power play or run a couple power plays and hopefully hit 3x in a couple of them. Get yourself a little cash, eat you some brunch, drink you a few mimosas or some beers, and call it a day. But with that, hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you got a pick or something you want to question at, leave it in the comment section. Tell me your favorite pick on the board, and let's win some cash. I'm Cash Cake. See you on the flip side. Deuces.